Kelsey Cronmiller. I am leading you today with Story Dice and FlipGrid Fun. It is up to you if you want your cameras on or off. I'm used to either or with my students. Again, this session is being recorded, so do whatever you are most comfortable with. If you would like to view this session, my slides later or as I'm speaking, I put the slides bit.ly in the chat. So if you copy and paste the bit.ly into a browser window, then you'll see the slides and you could refer to them on your own. So with that, we're going to get started. Welcome. I'm glad you are here. I haven't taught in like 2 days, so I'm kind of like getting back into like classroom mode. So bear with me for a second. So we're going to start off with a scavenger hunt activity. This is a strategy I use with my students for some icebreaker engagement and excitement. So get ready to hunt for something in and around your area. If you have to leave your desk or get up from your chair or whatever you're doing, you might have to go hunt for these things. So the way scavenger hunt works is I am going to ask you to find something that, and then when you find that something, you're gonna show it to me on the camera. So if I say, go find the remote for your TV, you're gonna be like, ta-da, I found it. And if again, you really don't wanna be on camera, do what my students do and block your face and show it to me like this, or like hide in the corner and show it to me. That's how we play scavenger hunt. So here's the first thing. Find something that has the color blue. Find something that has the color blue. So as you find something blue, show it to me on the screen. I'm gonna do the same thing. If you feel comfortable showing it to me on your camera, something blue. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look at all the blue that we have. Awesome. The next item, find something that you can read. Something that you can read. It's all my family members in here. I was like, who is BS Tech? Hi, Aunt Barbara. All right, next one. Thank you very much. Find something that makes you smile. Find something that makes you smile.
Okay.
That means mute?
Yeah.
No, now you're unmuted. We can hear you. You want to be muted?
No.
You want
She wants to know here.
I see you.
Oh,
Something that
okay.
makes you smile in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The next one, something you can write with and some paper. That paper can be a scratch paper, the back of an envelope. You will be using this today. Something to write on, a notepad. You will be using whatever I can't speak, whatever materials you are using.
Oh, my chips.
Can she hear that?
No, she can't.
All right. So something you can write with and a piece of paper. Show me those things in your video that I know that you are ready for our next activity. I see most of us already. All right, thank you so much. At this time, you could decide to keep your camera on or turn your camera off. There is no more requirement to have your camera on. That was just for our scavenger hunt game. So if you prefer that camera off, feel free to just close it down. So our next activity is you are going to write a story based on these 3 mini story dice that are at the side. So there's a picture of a pizza, a picture of a rocket ship, and a picture of a guitar. So using your writing utensil and your paper, create a mini story inspired by the dice to the left. There are no particular rules, just use those 3 dice to inspire your story. I'm gonna stop talking so you can write anywhere from 3 sentences to 10 sentences. If you wanna write a whole novel after this, go for it. Any questions on the directions, let me know. I'm gonna stop talking so you can think and be creative. So I'll give you about 3 more minutes to create your story. Okay, about 1.5 minutes. All right, so you should be wrapping up that last sentence. I'm sorry if I'm cutting your story off a little early, but for time's sake, I do want to move on and show you the FlipGrid side to the story dice activity. So you just participated in what I call story dice. There are multiple platforms to use story dice. So one particular, if you prefer the tangible dice, there's something called Rory's Story Cubes. I one time walked through a store and got really excited that you had dice, but they have pictures on them. And so that would be a Rory Story Cube. The pictures can also be found in an app. So I found a free app in which I could find story cubes, and it's super fun because you could take it anywhere and then I could roll the dice and come up with different symbols to create a story. Now this dice has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could have anywhere from 1 die to 10 dice on this particular app. So low cost and free. And then there's a website where I found those 3 pictures that I sent and showed you, and also the pictures that you could see on my screen. That is from a website from Dave Burse, and you could have anywhere up to 9 die to use those story cubes. So I'll show you very quickly those 3 things, or those 2 things that I was talking to you about. So here's what Rory's story cubes are, and they come in different theme packages like mystery, fantasy. So if you're looking for a particular story prompt, you can find those. And here is the website I was talking about where you can roll dice. If I can roll my dice, hold on, roll dice, roll. Apparently it doesn't want to roll. There we go. To come up with different stories. So that would be 5 dice or even 9 to create quite a complex storyboard. Any questions so far or any comments? Cool. All right, so let me go back to my presentation mode. Part of teaching with my students, I like to give them a voice. So you just had a chance to write a story, and you are going to give voice to that story, in which you are going to share and present that story in what I call FlipGrid. It's an online platform that I use with my students. And at our school, at Sierra Prep, we've actually created community FlipGrids. So here on the right, we've hosted 3 different community FlipGrids. When the pandemic first started, we had one called Sierra Strong, and each person created a video saying how we were going to be strong through the pandemic, despite all of the negative things that might be happening around us. We also spread some holiday cheer and created videos about how we can create that holiday cheer for ourselves, but also those in the community. And we recently had one called What I Love, where we were able to share what we care about and those who we love for a Valentine's Day FlipGrid. So the website, I'm going to send this to you through the chat. It might be easier just to click on it. And that is the FlipGrid. This is also where you are going to be sharing your own FlipGrid. I think I'm going to let you explore and kind of see what the website is first, and you can see what FlipGrid looks like. And I'll show you that in a moment, and then I'll teach you how to make your own. So again, first I'll show you what the FlipGrid looks like, and then I'm going to teach you how to make your own. So let me go to FlipGrid. So if you went to the website that I put in the chat, you might see what looks like this. If you want to view what my students have created, there is a little drop-down menu that says view the 4 topics. So if you hunt here and click on it, you're going to see where our other community FlipGrids have been. And I'll give you a sample. Probably the most exciting one that was fun was the spreading the holiday cheer. And you could see that if you scroll to the bottom, there are little icons of people, either staff members or students, who told us how they could spread holiday cheer. So if you were to click on one, let's see, this was a really sweet one. If you click on one.
Hello, everybody. I like Christmas Day. I like Christmas holiday because you can see the Christmas tree on the top of this tree, Christmas lights and ornaments. Sometimes I like to see stars. Either
So it's just a way for community members for our school to share their thoughts and then also view each other and then able to give those comments back and forth. So that would be FlipGrid. And I'll let you explore for like 2 or 3 minutes to look at a couple videos because then you're going to create your own. So again, if you're wondering where to go, the website is in the chat. You can click on the menu tab at the top. And then click on a couple of the videos to see what my students and teachers have presented on FlipGrid. So typically this is something, bringing the arts piece to this. The students are learning that technology piece. They have that voice and choice. They get to get really creative because you'll notice when you're using this, you can add different filters, you can add little pictures. So they, in essence, get to become their own little producer of their video for whatever they are sharing on their FlipGrid. I'll give you a moment to wrap up whatever video it is that you're looking at. All right, so here is the time that you get to make your own FlipGrid video, and you are going to present your story, that story dice inspiration. You're going to create that on the FlipGrid. I put the actual link in the chat, so you could just very quickly click on that. And I'm going to show you how to add your own little video about your story dice. When you click on the link, it's going to look like this. You will notice that we have our images from earlier. The pizza, what is that called? Rocket ship and guitar. I blanked out for a second. So your job is you created your mini story and now you're going to present it. Here's what you're going to do. On the web page, it says record a response. There are 2 places you can click. You could actually click the rectangular bar, or you could click on the circle. And I'm going to show you what it might look like. So I'm going to give an example video. And I'm going to click. And now I can see myself and I'm about to make a video. If I want to get super creative in my video, I can click on the effects down in the corner or the options. Kind of your way to get creative and explore what you can do. So I always like clicking on the effects and having a fancy filter. My students like doing that too. If you really don't want to be seen on video, you can even pixelate yourself and hide. Yes, my students do that too. So feel free to do that and hide so we could at least hear your voice. But I'll do this one. There's also things here where you could add emojis. So for example, if I could find it, sometimes I can't find it. My students find it better than I do. I think it's stickers. Under stickers, you could find little emojis and add to it. So like I could look for the rocket ship or the pizza and add to my storyboard. So let's say I have my picture set up. I'm going to click record. Hello, welcome to FlipGrid. In this video, you are going to present your mini story about the pizza, the rocket ship, and the guitar. Can't wait to hear what you have. All right, there's my mini intro. Click next. Hello. You can edit it if you'd like. I'm not going to. I'm going to take a selfie. There's my selfie. And then when I click submit, my video is now going to load. Very slowly load. Apparently super slowly load. It says it was ready. There we go. Ta-da! So now you will be able to, it loads pretty quickly. You'll be able to see my video and anyone who posts to it. I'm reloading my page, so bear with me. So there's my video. So as you add your FlipGrid, you'll see what other people's stories are. So right now, go ahead and click that record a response, read us your story, and then we'll be able to hear what each of you have had to say. I'm going to give you about 3 minutes to do that. I hope that's enough time. Get creative. I'm gonna stop talking so you don't have my voice in the background of your video. Linda, go to the link that's in the chat and it'll open up a new window for you.
Kelsey, I can't get back to where I was.
I'll send you the link in the chat. Hopefully that'll work.
That's okay.
Okay, you could just sit and experience.
Okay. But I did write a good story.
If you want to share it via just the microphone right here.
When?
How about in like a minute?
I don't know where the camera went.
That's, oh, because you flipped your camera around.
I don't know.
That's okay.
That's okay.
All right, so hopefully I'm not interrupting anyone's recording. I hate doing that to my students when they're like mid FlipGrid recording. I'm like, so feel free to add, even if we close out this session, feel free to add a video response in connection with mine. And for timing's sake, we're gonna wrap up in about 2 minutes. Here is my contact information if you would like to learn more about Story Dice and learn more about FlipGrid. And I can help you out with any of those if you want to use either of those or any of those platforms. Or if you would like to see me use it with my students, let me know. We have about one more minute of the session. Feel free to stay and ask me any questions. I know some of you might be going on to another Boca de Oro session as well. So feel free to go if you need to go, or if you would like to stay, ask questions or say hi, you can do that as well.
Any questions that I would have, I will contact you personally, okay?
Sounds beautiful. Thank you for coming.
Well, thank you for inviting me. It's a beautiful thing that you do. It's very interesting. I am your father's sister, so I'm a very mathematical person, okay? And if I didn't have a cell phone, I wouldn't be able to spell my own name.